Good afternoon, Michael Mazarang here again, and today I'm with one of my existing clients. This house is actually on the market, was for sale, and we were notified that a home inspection report found active water intrusion and moisture under this house, so the homeowner had to take the house off the market while we conducted some repairs. Also exposed in the report was some structural damage related to the moisture problems. And so today I want to go over this particular protocol and what we did to remedy a few different scenarios here, a few different situations. Basically, you can see this house is below grade and the street is above grade, and sometimes that can be a problem with houses as you get a lot of water coming down and putting hydrostatic pressure on the front wall. What I did discover is one of the gutters were clogged, so we had the guys were actually able to find the clog and get the gutters free flowing, which is always the first thing to look for when you have foundation drainage issues on a house. We also discovered that two of the vent wells were also completely full of debris, as well as some sediment and other things that had built up over time. So what we did here was we completely reinstalled the vent wells, as you'll see here, and put several inches of pea gravel in the base in order to prevent water from just pouring in through the foundation vent. And I'll crawl to that section on the inside here in a minute to see where the active water intrusion was coming in, mainly from this right vent here. So we were able to correct that without having to do expensive foundation drains and sump pumps. And actually, another company had proposed that, which would have added thousands of dollars to the bill. But we were able to correct that by simply just taking care of gutters and taking care of the malfunctioning vent wells. Here we are walking around the home. It's a beautiful home, and I don't see that we'll have any problems. The house goes back on the market today, and so I'm thinking by the end of this weekend, this homeowner should have several new offers on this pretty home. So, you know, again, lovely bushes, very nice home, very well maintained, and we'll go into the crawl space now to kind of look around. Turn on some lights here so we can see. As we can see here, we did a full crawl space retrofit on this particular crawl space. This is a new vapor barrier, as well as we did do a full industrial mold cleaning service, which is insulation removal, industrial cleaning program using fungicide and appropriate cleaning materials to actually completely destroy and remove the material, and then re-insulating with R19 fiberglass per code in this part of the country. And as you can see, the guys did a wonderful job. This is an engineered floor system, so we were able to completely clean off the microbial material. As you can see, the HVAC equipment here. Part of our protocol here was also to take care of the moisture problem. We did decide to do a fully closed crawl system or crawl space system here, where the environment, we have blocked off the outside area. You can see here where we blocked off several of the vent locations, all of the vent locations with insulation board and foam, and to make a closed environment. We were able to deploy a commercial dehumidifier. This is a commercial 90-pint dehumidifier, and it is running right now. It has the old manual style setting to it. The intent, a lot of the newer units have a digital console, which I like better. I try to get these dehumidifiers set around 68% for long-term use to get the wood moisture content of the lumber down to 12 to 14%. I think we've got it pretty close. Sometimes in the wintertime, I'll see these dehumidifiers running wide open and they super dry the floor system, getting the wood moisture down to, you know, sometimes 3%, and the customer experiences cracking. But we got this under control now for about 3-4 days now, so the wood moisture levels are back down to about 15 today, and I would continue to see them drop to 12 to 14% hopefully by the end of the week, and the new home buyer will get a happy crawl space. As we walk around the rest of the crawl space, you see this engineered floor system. The drop girder is really cleaned up nicely. There was a significant amount of microbial material. As you'll see periodically through the video, I did take some pre-construction photographs that I'd like to also for you to see kind of before and after, what it looked like, the mold looked like before and after. We did the job. You know, over on this side of the crawl space, we had a slight issue here with some water seeping in along this back wall. That was corrected as well, and we're able to clean most of the staining off of the rear wall here. But as you can see, no permanent structural problems, just mainly some discoloration, and certainly a cosmetic at this time. And as we can see here, another area where the guys had cleaned the floor system, and you can see this engineered floor system cleaned up quite nicely, and the insulation looks very good. The part of the crawl space that I really wanted to focus on today was we had an interesting dynamic with this house. What happened was the moisture coming through the front porch area, and I believe there's a photo of that you'll see before we went into production. Moisture, that because it was slightly cooler underneath the porch, we'd get cooler air intermingling with the warmer air from underneath the porch, and we had 6, I think 7 of these engineered floor joists that showed distress. And you'll see in the picture that comes up on the screen there how it looked before we were able to add what we call a sister, which is taking equal member and run that member from drop girder to drop girder, so that you know, we could take the load off of the damaged member. And you know, we were able to do that here for this customer. So the guys are fully capable of doing structural repairs, and you can see here the work is nice and clean and tied into the drop girder interface as per code. We'll also get an engineer to sign off on this for us with follow-up inspection, so that there won't be any challenges there. But guys did a really nice job, and we also sealed off this hole that goes up underneath the porch. That the porch vents will remain open to get circulation in that porch section. There's no wood members under there, but certainly you know, this area now with the dehumidifier in place, we no longer have the heavy condensation, and this was also the heaviest area of microbial growth right straight through here all the way down to the back wall. So you can certainly see how microclimates develop in crawl space environment, and this area was certainly by far the most troublesome area for the customer. And boy, it really cleaned up nice. I can't even tell that there was any mold here. So really a super job. Also where the water intrusion was coming in through the front wall, this area, there actually were erosion marks in the soil beneath me from where, and you can see here, where water was coming down the block wall and cascading down into the onto the floor of the crawl space, and it would make its way all the way to the back wall. There was so much water pouring in through this particular vent, and as we saw in the beginning, we've repaired that issue, and that prevented the customer having to spend lots of money on interior footing drains, as there was no evidence of any additional water intrusion anywhere. So so this really turned out, very well. We're pleased that this project, we were able to participate, and this homeowner could get the house back on the market. It's a free of mold, moisture levels back down, contractor grade 10 mil vapor barrier. You don't have to put these pool liners under the house. It's you can save the customer thousands of dollars by going in the contractor class. Just a much more practical approach to crawl space science here, and this job really cleaned up nice. So so we're really pleased with how that turned out. The structural repairs turned out perfectly, and we were able to sister these damaged joists from bearing to bearing to restore full structural integrity to this house. So should be no problems with future home inspection. And again, as I mentioned before, we'll get an engineer to inspect and sign off on this, and believe we're ready to roll to the next one. But if you have any questions about dehumidifiers, relative humidity levels in crawl spaces, insulation, mold cleanings, industrial mold cleaning services, vapor barriers, liners, structural wood repairs, we certainly would appreciate a phone call, and you're welcome to reach out to us through the website below on your screen, or just send me a send me a text or call me on the phone. I do prefer phone messages, voice calls, so just leave me a message if I don't pick up, because I might be in a crawl space. But yeah, we appreciate you joining us today on this lovely home with an engineered floor system, and we're looking forward to seeing you on the next house. Hope you have a good rest of the day. And again, this is Michael Mazarang, and we'll see you later. Have a good day. Take care.